Assalamu alaikum students. In our today's class, we will start a new chapter named static electricity, or this chapter is also known as electrostatic. So students, the first thing which we all need to understand is about the static electricity or electrostatics. So student, electrostatics is a branch of physics, or static electricity is the branch of physics in which we study about the charges which are at rest, because static means rest and electricity is associated with charges. So in electrostatics or in static electricity, we study about the charges which are at rest. It means in this branch of physics, we only consider those charges which are at rest. And remember the one point, that the charges which are in rest are on the surface of the material, and the charges which flows from one point to another point are inside the material. यानी आपके पास जो चार्जेस होते हैं जो इस रेस्ट में होते हैं, those rest charges are on the surface of the material. So in this branch of physics named electrostatic, we just only consider those charges which are at rest. So student, the second thing which you all need to understand is about electric charges. So we all know that in a neutral atom, there are three fundamental particles of an atom: electrons, protons, and neutrons. And the main thing is that in neutral atom, the number of electrons and the protons are same. And we all studied in our previous lectures that in the nucleus of an atom, protons and neutrons are present, and protons and neutrons are held together by strong nuclear forces inside the nucleus. But around the nucleus, in different orbits or energy levels or shells, electrons are continuously revolving. And electrons are the negatively charged particle, protons are the positively charged particle, while neutrons are the neutral or uncharged particles. So student, in a neutral atom, the number of electrons and the number of protons are the same. So that's why the charge on neutral atom is zero. But remember the point that the atom only deals in losing and gaining of an electron, because the protons are present inside the nucleus and the protons are held together by strong nuclear forces. That's why the atom is unable to make trade in terms of proton. So atom only make trade in terms of loss or gain of an electron. So student, an atom is converted into a charge when there is number of electron becomes lesser or greater than the number of proton. If the number of electrons becomes less than the number of proton, then the atom becomes positively charged. If the number of electrons in an atom becomes greater than the number of proton, then the atom becomes negatively charged. What the points which you all need to remember: if the number of electrons in an atom is less than the number of protons present inside the nucleus of an atom, then the atom will become positively charged. If the number of electrons present in an atom becomes greater than the number of protons present inside the nucleus, then the atom will become negatively charged. And student, when the atom is neutral, it means that in an atom, the number of electron is equal to the number of proton. So in other words, when we say that an object is neutral, so it means that on the surface of an object, there are equal number of negatively charged particles or positively charged particle. But when we say that the object is positively charged, it means that the object contains or have more number of positively charged particles than negatively charged particles or electrons. But when we say that an object is negatively charged, so it means that the object contains or have more number of electrons than the positively charged particles. So students, an atom can only trade in terms of electron. Atom can get positively charged or negatively charged by losing or gaining electron. If an atom loses its valence electrons, then the atom will become negatively charged, will become positively charged. If an atom gains electrons in their valence shell, then the atom will becomes negatively charged. So students, You all need to remember the point that an atom can make trade in terms of an electron only. The protons present inside the nucleus of an atom do not move. Why the protons or the positive charge do not move? Because the positive charge are held together in the nucleus of an atom by strong electrostatic force of attractions. So student, when we talk about the charge, so charge is a physical quantity and the SI unit for charge is coulombs, denoted by capital C. And student, remember the point that the one electron is not equal to 1 coulomb. 1 coulomb is the charge. So it doesn't mean that 1 electron is equal to the 1 coulomb. An electron has 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulomb of charge. यानी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पर कितना चार्ज होता है स्टूडेंट्स? 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulomb चार्ज होता है एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पर मौजूद. ये आप लोगों ने बात याद रखनी है. The charge on one electron is equal to 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulomb, and 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulomb is also known as elementary charge. ये elementary charge भी कहलाता है स्टूडेंट, क्योंकि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है उस पर चार्ज होता है 1.6 एक्सपोनेंशियल माइनस 19. अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप ये चेक करना चाहते हैं कि 1 कूलम जो है वो कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के बराबर होता है, so you all need to remember that 1 coulomb is equal to 6.25 exponential 18 electrons. So student, there is a box at the bottom and this box shows a simple conversion. The charge on one electron is equal to 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulomb. So what we can do, we just need to make coulomb 1. So we divide, so we shift this 1.6 exponential minus 19 on the left hand side and it gets divided by 1. So the value will be 1 divided by 1.6 exponential minus 19 electrons is equal to 1 coulombs. And when you divided 1 by 1.6 exponential minus 19, you will get the value for electrons, which is 6.25 exponential 18. So students, it is clearly visible to all of you on the screen that 6.25 exponential 18 electrons is equal to 1 coulomb. So 1 coulomb charge means 6.25 exponential 18 electrons. It means if you have 6.25 exponential 18 electrons, then this value is equal to 1 coulomb. But 1 electron is not equal to 1 coulomb. And the elementary charge on an electron is equal to 1.6 exponential minus 19 coulombs. So student, these are the main things which you all need to study about the electric charges. So how an electric charge is formed? An electric charge is formed when an atom makes trade in terms of loss or gain of an electron, because atom can only transfer, or in other words we can say that an atom can only lose or gain electron because the electrons are continuously revolving around the nucleus in different shell. But it is impossible for an atom to lose or gain protons because the protons or the positive charge are held together by strong nuclear forces inside the nucleus of an atom. That's why the positive charge do not move. Now student, you all need to remember one more thing, which is law of electrostatics. So student, there are two type of charges. One is the positive charge and other is the negative charge. So according to law of electrostatic, like charges repels. It means negative charge repel each other, positive charge repels each other. And student, the next point is unlike charges attracts each other. It means positive negative charge and negative positive charge both attracts each other. So why they attracts each other, I just tell you in the next topic. Now the next topic which we all need to study is about electric fields. So students, how can we define an electric field? An electric field is a region around a charge where an electric charge, where another electric charge will experience an electric force upon entrance. यानी आपके कह लें कि एक चार्ज के अराउंड एक ऐसा रीजन होता है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कि जब कोई दूसरा चार्ज उसमें इंटर होगा, so that entering charge will experiences an electric force upon it. An electric force is in term of attraction or repulsion. यानी यूं कह सकते हैं कि आपके पास अगर चार्ज पॉजिटिव है, इफ यू हैव अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज, सो द पॉजिटिव चार्ज इज हैव द पॉजिटिव चार्ज हैज एन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड अराउंड इट, and when a negative charge enters into the electric field of a positive charge, so the positive charge attracts the negative charge, attracts the entering negative charge, because the positive charge exerts an electric force of attraction on the negative charge. But student, suppose you have a positive charge and the positive charge has an electric field around it, and the entering charge is also a positive charge. So what happens? According to law of electrostatics, like charges repels each other. So the positive charge exerts an electric force of repulsion upon the entering positive charge, and both charges repel each other. So students, what is an electric field? An electric field is a region around a charge in which another electric charge will experience an electric force of attraction or repulsion upon entrance. यानी इंटर होने पर इलेक्ट्रिक रीजन, यानी कह लेंगे एक चार्ज है, उसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्रिएट हुई हुई है, और जब एक दूसरा चार्ज उसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में इंटर होगा, then the entering charge will experience an electric force of attraction or repulsion upon it. यानी entering charge अपने ऊपर महसूस करेगा. अब जो चार्ज है वो पॉजिटिव है और entering charge नेगेटिव है, सो पॉजिटिव चार्ज जो है वो अपने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में इंटर होने वाले नेगेटिव चार्ज पे इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन लगाकर उसे अट्रैक्ट कर लेगा. एंड इन द सेम वे, इफ द चार्ज which has an electric field is positive and the entering charge is also a positive, so both charges will repel each other. Now students, the direction of electric field is the direction of force on a small positive charge. So students, there are two type of charges, positive charge and the negative charge. And student, as it is clearly shown to all of you on your screens, that the electric field is denoted by a line, by a straight lines having arrows, because these straight lines will indicate the direction of the force. So there are two charges, positive charge, negative charge. So students, the direction of electric field is always away from the positive charge, and you just draw the electric field in such a way as shown on your screens. And students, when we talk about a negative charge, so the direction of negative charge, so the direction of electric field of negative charge is towards the negative charge. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि electric field always travels from positive charge towards the negative charge, because the electric field of a positive charge, the direction of electric field of a positive charge is away from the charge, but the direction of negative field of charge is towards the negative charge. So in other words, we can say that an electric field travels from positive charge to the negative charge. Now students, now we need to study about the field patterns between the two charges. So the first is unlike charges. So students, as it is clearly visible to all of you on the screen, there is a diagram on the upper left hand side, and this diagram shows that there are two unlike charges, positive charge, negative charge. And as I told you in the previous lecture, that the unlike charges always attracts each other according to law of electrostatics. So why the unlike charges attract each other? This is the main question which arises. So the student, the answer or the reasoning for this question is कि होता क्या है, the electric field of the positive charge and the electric field of the negative charge both interacts with each other. That's why the unlike charges attracts each other. As I told you that the direction of electric field is away from the positive charge and towards the negative charge. So when the two charges, when the two unlike charges comes close to each other, so electric field always travels from positive charge towards the negative charge, as shown by the lines or curves between the two charges on your screen. So when the electric field moves from positive charge towards the negative charge, so this clearly shows that the electric field between the positive and negative charge interacts with each other, and upon the interaction, they both intersect with each other. They both intersect with each other, इन्होंने एक दूसरे को इंटरसेक्ट कर दिया स्टूडेंट, एंड व्हेन दे इंटरसेक्ट ईच अदर, so the electric field between the two charges, or in other words we can say that the electric force of attraction between the two charges becomes stronger and both charges attracts each other. So आप लोगों ने ये याद रखना है कि आपके पास अगर दो अनलाइक चार्ज हैं, एक पॉजिटिव है एक नेगेटिव है, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड हमेशा पॉजिटिव चार्ज से निकल के नेगेटिव चार्ज की तरफ जाएगी. इसका मतलब ये हुआ स्टूडेंट कि द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ऑफ बोथ चार्जेस इंटरसेक्ट विथ ईच अदर. इंटरसेक्ट होने की वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के दोनों चार्जेस की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड के इंटरसेक्ट होने की वजह से दोनों चार्जेस के बिटवीन एक रीजन क्रिएट होगा जिसमें इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रांग होगी, एंड द चार्जेस आर अनलाइक, सो द इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स इज इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, एंड बोथ चार्जेस will attract each other. So students, examiner usually gives a question in exam to draw the electric field between the unlike charges. So this is the way of drawing an electric field between the unlike charges. So student, between the two charges, the lines or the curves, the electric field in the form of a straight line or in the form of a curve are parallel to each other. It means that these lines or curves are closer to each other. So when the lines of an electric field are closer to each other, so this shows that the electric field is stronger in this region. So between the two charges, between the two unlike charges, the electric field is stronger because the electric field lines between the two unlike charges are closer to each other. But student, when we consider this portion where the lines are away from each other, यानी ये portion अगर हम consider करें जहाँ पे lines एक दूसरे से दूर है, so in that portion the electric field is weaker. But when we consider the portion where the lines are closer to each other, so the portion at which the lines are closer to each other shows the stronger electric field region, and the portion where the lines are away from each other shows the weaker electric field region. So students, what you all need to remember, that between opposite charges, the electric fields intersect with each other, and there is a strong electric force creates between the two oppositely charged particles, and because of the strong electric force of attraction created between the charges, both unlike charges will attract each other. क्योंकि the direction of the electric field is always from positive charge towards the negative charge. भाई negative charge की तरफ move करेगी electric field, positive charge से negative charge की तरफ move करेगी. An examiner जो है ना, वो exam में mostly ये question जो है वो आपसे पूछता है कि you need to draw an electric field between the unlike charges. So student, this is the way of drawing an electric field between the unlike charges. So याद रखनी है आपने एक बात और कि वो पोर्शन जहां पे लाइंस एक दूसरे से दूर हैं, that portion shows the weaker electric field region, but the student, the portion where the lines are closer to each other shows the stronger electric field region. Now student, the second figure shows the electric field between like charges. So student, suppose the two like charges are positive, so when both positive charges comes closer to each other, so their electric field does not intersect with each other. So student, remember the point that the arrowhead shows the direction of electric field. The direction of electric field is always from positive charge towards the negative charge. Positive charge से negative charge की तरफ होगी electric field की direction students. So arrow head जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन को शो कर रहा है. अगर आप एरो हेड नहीं लगाएंगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्रॉ करते वक्त, सो यू विल लूज योर मार्क, आपके नंबर जा सकते हैं. सो स्टूडेंट, याद रखना है कि सपोज when we talk about the like charges, so the two like charges are positive. So when both positive charges come closer to each other, so the electric field comes out from the both positive charge, and the direction of electric field of positive charge is always away from the positive charge as shown on the screen. And it is clearly visible to all of you that the direction of electric field at a certain moment between the two charges, the direction of electric field become parallel to each other, or the direction of electric field is in same. The electric field is in same direction. देखें ना आप दोनों पॉजिटिव चार्जेस के बीच के रीजन को देखें तो ये जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस ड्रॉ हुई है, एरो हेड जो है ऊपर और नीचे दोनों जगह पर एरो हेड की पोजीशन क्या है, सेम है। सो इसका मतलब क्या है स्टूडेंट, द मीन्स इज दैट कि बिटवीन द पॉजिटिव चार्जेस द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड डज नॉट इंटरसेक्ट। दोनों पॉजिटिव चार्जेस के बीच में जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है स्टूडेंट वो इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर पा रही है। व्हाई? बिकॉज the direction of, because the electric field between the two positively charged particles is in same direction। यानी आप देखें ना दोनों पॉजिटिव चार्ज पार्टिकल्स के बीच का जो रीजन है तो जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है उसकी डायरेक्शन जो है वो सेम है स्टूडेंट। यानी कह ले नीचे वाली लाइंस में भी डायरेक्शन सेम है, ऊपर वाली लाइंस में भी डायरेक्शन सेम है। सो इसकी वजह से दोनों पॉजिटिव चार्जेस के बीच में जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है वो एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर पा रही है। So when the electric field does not get intersect, so it means that the charges do not attract each other, or the charges does not attract each other, but the charges start to repel each other। तो देखें charges एक दूसरे को attract कब करते हैं स्टूडेंट? When the electric field intersect with each other, but when the electric field does not intersect with each other, it means that the charges are like, एंड लाइक चार्जेस ऑलवेज रिपेल ईच अदर। सो यही वजह है लाइक चार्जेस के रिपेल करने की कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो होती है बिटवीन द चार्जेस, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन सेम हो जाती है, जिसकी वजह से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एक दूसरे के साथ इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर पाती। और जब इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटरसेक्ट नहीं कर पाती है सो बोथ चार्जेस विल रिपेल ईच अदर, स्ट्रांगली रिपेल ईच अदर, एंड देयर इज अ पॉइंट x marked between the two charges। So this point x shows a region where the electric field is not in intersection with each other। So इसका मतलब ये है कि ये जो पोर्शन x है ना स्टूडेंट, ये जो पॉइंट x जिस रीजन को मैंने मार्क किया है यहाँ पे मेरे पास इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्या होगी, जीरो होगी। और ये जो पोर्शन होगा, ये जो रीजन होगा जिसे मैंने पॉइंट x से मार्क किया है, दिस रीजन इज कॉल्ड न्यूट्रल पॉइंट। क्योंकि यहाँ पर इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जो है वो क्या है, इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जीरो है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट नहीं है। उसकी वजह ये है कि इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटरसेक्ट ही नहीं कर पा रही है ना दोनों चार्जेस के बीच में। सो इसलिए क्या हुआ है, यहाँ पर एक न्यूट्रल पॉइंट या एक न्यूट्रल रीजन क्रिएट हुआ है। This all concept is same when we talk about the two negative charges। So student, when the two negative charges comes in contact, comes closer to each other or in contact with each other, so the direction of electric field is towards the negative charge। So you can draw the electric field as shown on your screens, and it is clearly visible to all of you that between the two negative charges the electric field is in same direction। देखें अपवर्ड भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन सेम है, डाउनवर्ड भी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन सेम है। सो बिकॉज ऑफ द सेम डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड, द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड बिटवीन द टू नेगेटिव चार्जेस डज नॉट इंटरसेक्ट विद ईच अदर, एंड when they do not intersect with each other, so there is a strong repulsion between the two negative charges। so इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की डायरेक्शन सेम होने की वजह से दोनों चार्जेस एक दूसरे को क्या कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट्स, स्ट्रांगली रिपेल कर रहे हैं। एंड इन द सेम वे there is a region creates between the two negatively charged particles, and this region is the region where the electric effect is zero, and this region is known as neutral point, because in this neutral point or in this neutral region there is no intersection of the electric field। so student, these are the reasons why the unlike charges attracts each other and like charges repel each other। So the reason is why the unlike charges attracts each other, because the electric field between the two unlike charges always intersect with each other। That's why the electric field or the electric force between the two unlike charges becomes stronger, and both unlike charges will attract each other। And students, why the like charges repel each other? Because between the two like charges the direction of electric field becomes same, that's why the electric field does not intersect with each other, and the two like charges repel each other, and there is a region called neutral region creates between the two like charges, and this region is the region where the electric effect is zero, or there is no electric effect in neutral region। why the neutral region is creates? Because the electric field does not intersect between the two like charges। इसलिए जो है दो like charges के बीच में आपके पास एक neutral region create हो जाता है। So students, these are the reasons which you all need to remember. So when the electric field lines do not or must not cross each other, it means that the charges are like charges, and like charges always repel each other because the electric field lines does not intersect with each other. And the last important point is that when the lines are closer to each other, so it means that in that portion the electric field is stronger, and the portion where the lines are away from each other shows that the electric field is weaker. So student, these are the important points which you all need to about electric field. Now move towards the next topic. The next topic is we need to study about the field patterns between charged parallel plates. So student, there is a parallel plate showing on the left hand side. The parallel plate is like a two metallic plates. On one plate positive charge is distributed, and on the second plate negative charge is distributed. And students, we all know that the electric field always travels from positive charge towards the negative charge. So you can draw the lines from positive charge to the negative charge. You can draw horizontal lines from positive charge to the negative charge, and at the edges of the parallel plate you can draw the line by using curve. So curve or the arc only appears at the edge of the parallel plates. So student, between the parallel plates it is clearly visible to all of you that the lines, that the electric field lines are closer to each other. So it means that between the two parallel plates the electric field is stronger. So this is how you can draw the electric field between the two charged parallel plates. And student, if a parallel plate is negatively charged and a positive charge comes closer to the negatively charged parallel plate, then what happens? The electric field of the positive charge comes in contact with the negatively charged plate. So this is how you can draw the electric field between a positive charge and a negatively charged plate. And the direction of electric field is always from positive charge towards the negative charge. And student, if the charge plate is positively charged and a negative charge comes closer to a positively charged plate, then what happens? The electric field again intersect with each other, and the direction of the electric field is from positively charged plate towards the negative charge, because electric field always travel from positive charge towards the negative charge. So students, when the electric field lines between the two oppositely charged plates are uniform or closer to each other, so this shows that these parallel lines shows that the electric field is stronger between the positive and negatively charged parallel plate. Now students, we need to study about the differences between insulators and conductors. So students, as we all know that insulators does not conduct electric current, but conductors are the materials which conduct electric current. So students, why the insulator do not conduct electric current? The reason is that there are no free electrons present inside the insulator material, inside the insulators. क्योंकि देखिए होता क्या है कि इंसुलेटर में कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन इनसाइड द इंसुलेटर, यानी कह लें इंसुलेटर के स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर कोई फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन मौजूद नहीं होता. दैट्स व्हाई द इंसुलेटर्स डू नॉट कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिक करंट. But when we talk about conductors, so there are millions and billions of free electrons present inside the structure of conducting materials. So that's why the material with a billions of free electrons is considered inside its structure is considered as conductor. So students, इंसुलेटर्स जो होते हैं ना, इंसुलेटर्स के स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर कभी भी हमारे पास कह लें कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मौजूद नहीं होते. द इंसुलेटर्स आर द मटेरियल which contains electrons on the surface only. Insulators की surface पर electrons मौजूद होंगे, and the electrons which are present on the surface of the insulators are not able to move freely within the material. वो जो सरफेस पर मौजूद है, इंसुलेटर के सरफेस पर मौजूद चार्जेस कभी भी फ्रीली मूव नहीं कर पाते. And when we talk about the conductors, so the electrons or the charges are present inside the conductor material. So those charges which are present inside the conductors are able to move freely. So this is the main difference between insulators and conductors. In insulators, the charges are distributed, the charges are on the surface of the material, and the charges which are on the surface of the material do not move freely within the material. But when we talk about conductors, so conductors have millions, billions of free electrons, and those free electrons move freely within the material or within the conductor. So students, the next thing is we need to study about what happens when adding or removing electrons. So students, when an insulator gains or lose electron, so the electrons remains at the region where it was transferred. यानी आपने जिस रीजन में इंसुलेटर के इलेक्ट्रॉन को ट्रांसफर किया है, इलेक्ट्रॉन उसी जगह पर रहेगा. यानी यूं कह लें कि जब आप अपने इंसुलेटर को चार्ज करते हैं या आपका इंसुलेटर जो है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करता है या गेन करता है, तो इंसुलेटर हमेशा उन इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को लूज और गेन करेगा जो उसकी सरफेस पर मौजूद है, और वो इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो सरफेस पर ही मौजूद रहते हैं. because in an insulator the charges present on the surface of the insulator are not able to move freely. But when we talk about conductors, so when a conductors lose or gain electron, so the electrons will be redistributed. In other words, we can say that when a conductor gain or lose electrons, so those electrons are able to move freely within the structure of the conductor. कंडक्टर के स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर फ्रीली मूव कर रहे होते हैं भाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. और इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो हैं जब कंडक्टर गेन करता है या लूज करता है तो वो इलेक्ट्रॉन रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड हो जाते हैं थ्रू आउट द मटेरियल. लेकिन इंसुलेटर के केस में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स या जो चार्जेस लूज होते हैं या गेन होते हैं वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसकी सरफेस पर स्टेशनरी रहते हैं. Because the charges which present on the surface remains stationary or remains static. So students, what are the examples of an insulator? Plastic, paper, wood. And what are the examples of conductor? Metals like copper rod, iron rod, steel rod, graphite rod. Now students, the main things which we need to study is about the charging methods and the discharging methods. So the charging method which we use for insulator is friction or rubbing. And for conductor, the charging method is induction. Now, when we talk about the discharging method, so discharging method is a method in which we discharge the charges present on the insulator. We discharge the charges present on the insulator surface. So the method which we use for discharging an insulator is heating or humid conditions. And students, the method which we use for discharging conductors is earthing or grounding. Now students, the topic which we discuss is charging insulator by friction or rubbing. So students, the charging method which we use for insulator is friction or rubbing. Friction and rubbing both are the alternate name of each other. But the point which you all need to remember is that the friction method is a method in which the two bodies comes in contact with each other. भाई दो बॉडीज एक दूसरे के साथ कांटेक्ट में आती हैं ड्यूरिंग फ्रिक्शन एंड रबिंग. यानी दो बॉडीज कौन सी हैं? एक वो बॉडी जिसे आप चार्ज करना चाहते हैं और एक जो बॉडी होगी जिसके जरिए आप चार्ज करेंगे. यानी फर्स्ट इज दी चार्ज बॉडी, सही है, एंड सेकंड इज दी चार्जिंग बॉडी. यानी यूं कह लें कि आप जो है दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं आपके पास, एक ऑब्जेक्ट आपके पास चार्ज करना चाहते हैं और जिस ऑब्जेक्ट के जरिए चार्ज करेंगे, तो ये दोनों बॉडीज का एक दूसरे के साथ कांटेक्ट में आना जरूरी है स्टूडेंट्स. So charging an insulator by friction means the two bodies comes in contact with each other. And when the two objects or the two bodies comes in contact with each other, then there is a transfer of electron from one object to the another. So students, suppose the two objects are X and Y, and both X and Y comes in contact with each other, and when you rub the X and Y against each other, so what happens student? An object X loses electrons and object Y gains electrons. So when an object X loses electrons, so the X becomes positively charged, because on object X the number of positive charge becomes greater than the negative charge. But when we talk about object Y, so object Y gains electrons. It means that on object Y or on the surface of the object Y, the number of negatively charged particle becomes greater than the number of positively charged particles. So student, now we can understand this topic by the help of an example. Suppose we have two objects, one is the glass rod and second is the cloth. And initially glass rod and cloth both are electrically neutral. So why they both are electrically neutral? Because they both contain equal number of electrons and positively charged particles. Or in other words, we can say that they both contain the same number of electrons and positive charges on their surface. That's why before rubbing the glass rod and the cloth, both are electrically neutral. Now students, what you can do, you just start rubbing glass rod against the cloth. Now, when you start rubbing glass rod against the cloth, so what happens student, the electrons starts to transfer from cloth to the glass rod. यानी cloth से glass rod की तरफ electrons जो है वो transfer होना क्या हो जाते हैं, शुरू हो जाते हैं students. अब होता क्या है सुने, जब electrons जो है, जब आपने glass rod को cloth के against rub किया, so cloth जो है वो lighter material है, glass rod hard होता है, उसकी surface hard होती है. So when you rub the two materials against each other, so what happens, electrons starts to transfer from cloth to the glass rod. So in other words, we can say that the cloth loses negative charge and the glass rod gains the negative charge. So what happens student on the cloth, if we talk about the cloth, so when the cloth starts losing the negative charge, then the number of positive charge present on the surface of the cloth becomes greater than the negative charge. So that's why the cloth has an excess of positive charge, and in other words, we can say that the cloth becomes positively charged. But when we talk about the glass rod students, so on glass rods, the number of negative charge increases because the glass rod is gaining an electron from the cloth. So the number of negative charge on the glass rod becomes greater than the positive charge. So the glass rod becomes negatively charged. So student, this is how the friction or rubbing works. So when you rub again, when you rub two materials like glass rod and cloth against each other, so the electrons start to transfer from cloth to the glass rod, and after the transferring, the glass rod becomes negatively charged by gaining an electrons from the cloth, and the cloth becomes positively charged after losing electrons. So students, before the rubbing, glass rod and cloth both are neutral, electrically neutral. Why both are electrically neutral? Because they both have same number of electrons and positive charges on their surface. So students, when we charge insulators by friction or rubbing, so the two objects must come in contact with each other. दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स का एक दूसरे के साथ कांटेक्ट में आना जरूरी है, क्योंकि फ्रिक्शन जो है वो एक तरह की कांटेक्ट फोर्स है. फ्रिक्शन जो है वो कब कब प्रोड्यूस होती है, जब दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स कांटेक्ट में आते हैं. सो व्हेन यू रब द टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स अगेंस्ट ईच अदर, so the two object becomes hot and the lighter object will lose their electrons and the harder object will gains the electrons of the lighter object. So student, होता क्या है कि आपके पास वो ऑब्जेक्ट जो इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करेगा, that object will become positively charged and the object which gain electrons becomes negatively charged. As in our case, the glass rod becomes negatively charged because the glass rod gains electrons, and the cloth becomes positively charged because the cloth loses electrons. So the glass rod becomes negatively charged and the cloth becomes positively charged. So now they both are charged and oppositely charged. So they both attracts each other students. But these charges are on the surface of the both material. यानी ये जो negative charge है ये glass rod की surface पर मौजूद है और जो positive charge है वो cloth की surface पर मौजूद है. So these two charges attracts each other. So these two objects will attract each other because the glass rod is negatively charged and the cloth is positively charged. So student, this is how the friction works in case of an insulators. So note, The important points or the important note which you all need to remember is that the number of electrons transferred must be same as number of positive charges left unpaired. यानी आपके पास टोटल अगर 10 कह लें कि आपके पास जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और प्रोटॉन्स हैं, सही है, तो 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन अगर ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं तो पीछे 5 जो है पॉजिटिव चार्ज क्या रहेगा स्टूडेंट्स, अनपेयर रहेगा, सही है. Now, the second thing, only some electrons are transferred from one object to another object. Because why? Because when you start rubbing two objects against each other, so the electrons which gets energized after rubbing will transfer from one object to the another object. Now, when the object becomes positively charged or negatively charged, so देखें स्टूडेंट्स होगा क्या, व्हेन वन ऑब्जेक्ट लूजेस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स so that object will become positively charged, and if an object gains electrons so that object will become negatively charged. So students, charging by friction is an effective method for insulators only. This method does not work for conductors because the charges in case of conductors present inside the structure of the conductor, and this charging method by friction works only for insulators because the charges in case of insulators remains on the surface of the insulator. So students, this is how the charging method for an insulator works. Now, the next method which we study is about charging conductors, or this is also known as induction. So students, in induction, there are two types of methods for charging conductor. One is the charging by contact and second is the induction. So first we study about the charging by contact. So student, there is a diagram showing on the screen, and on the left hand side you just have a metal sphere, and the metal sphere has an excess of electrons, and this metal sphere is brought near a neutral object. So this neutral object have same number of electrons and positive charge, so that's why this object is neutral. And you just brought a negatively charged sphere near a neutral object, and student, you touch the metal sphere at the neutral object. So what happens, student? In the second diagram clearly indicates that the metal sphere and the neutral object comes in contact with each other. So when the two objects comes in contact with each other, so the electrons from the metal sphere starts to flow to the neutral object and spreads uniformly on the surface of the neutral object. यानी neutral object की surface पर uniformly spread हो जाएगा वो negative charge जो metal sphere से travel करके uniform या neutral object पर आ रहा है. तो neutral object की surface पर charge जो है वो uniformly distribute हो जाएगा. Now student, at the end the metal sphere has less number of electrons and the neutral object now becomes negatively charged. आपका जो न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्ट है स्टूडेंट उस पर नेगेटिव चार्ज की तादाद ज्यादा हो गई, एंड दिस न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्ट इज नॉट रिमेन न्यूट्रल, does not remains neutral. Now this object becomes negatively charged. So students, देखिए आपने क्या किया, आपने चार्ज किया कंडक्टर को by contact. You just brought a negatively charged metal sphere near a neutral object and you make a contact of a metal sphere with the neutral object, and the electrons starts to flow from metal sphere to the neutral object and starts to spread uniformly on the neutral object. So at the end the metal sphere has less number of electrons and the object becomes negatively charged because this object has negative charges or have an excess of negative charges. So that's why the object becomes negatively charged when you make a contact of metal sphere with the object. And student, this neutral object is also a metal because metals are the only conductors, which we study. So student, the metal sphere at the end of the charging will have less number of electrons, while the object has more negative charges than the metal sphere. Now students, the second method is induction, charging by induction. Now students, induction is a method which we use to charge a conductor. But in this method, the conductor is charged without any contact with the charging body. यानी इससे पहले वाला जो हमने मेथड पढ़ा चार्जिंग बाय कंडक्टर, इन दैट मेथड द चार्जिंग बॉडी इज द मेटल स्फीयर एंड जिस ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने चार्ज करना था वो मेटल स्टैंड था जो कि न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्ट था. तो आपने क्या किया था, यू जस्ट मेक अ कॉन्टेक्ट ऑफ मेटल स्फीयर विद द न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्ट, तभी मेटल स्फीयर से इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्लो कर गया था न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्ट के अंदर. बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इंडक्शन, so induction is a method in which there is no physical contact between the charging body and a conductor. दोनों के दरमियान में कोई physical contact नहीं होता है student. So there are two cases which we study in induction. So the first case is charging a single metal conductor. Suppose you just have a metal sphere and the metal sphere is electrically neutral. Why the metal sphere is electrically neutral? Because there is same number of electrons and positive charge inside the metal sphere. That's why the metal sphere is electrically neutral. And student, we just place metal sphere on the insulating stand. The reason for placing the metal sphere on an insulating stand is that the metal sphere do not loses its charge. यानी आपने इंसुलेटिंग स्टैंड पर इसीलिए रखा ताकि मेटल स्फीयर जो है वो अपने चार्ज को लूज ना करे स्टूडेंट. अब आपका जो है ना मेटल स्फीयर वो इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल है. नाउ व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू जस्ट ब्रिंग अ पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड नियर द मेटल स्फीयर which placed on an insulating stand. Now student, you all need to remember that there is no physical contact between the positively charged metal rod and the metal sphere placing on an insulating stand. What you can do, you just brought a positively charged rod near the metal conductor. So what happens student, we all know that unlike charges attracts each other. So what happened, the negative charge present inside the metal sphere starts to move towards the left hand side because the positively charged rod attracts the negative charge present inside the metal sphere and repels the positive charges. So what happened, all the negative charge comes at the left end and all the positive charge moves towards the right end. Now देखें हुआ क्या, जब आप पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड को करीब लेकर आए मेटल स्फीयर के, तो चार्ज जो कि मिक्स हुए थे एक दूसरे के साथ और आपका ऑब्जेक्ट इलेक्ट्रिकली न्यूट्रल था, तो वो चार्जेस जो हैं वो सेपरेट आउट हो गए. यानी पॉजिटिवली चार्ज ग्लास रॉड, positively charged rod attracts the negative charge present inside the metal sphere and all the negative charge comes at the left end, and this positively charged rod also repel the positive charges present inside the metal sphere to the right end. Now the charges are separated out from each other. Now what you can do student, you just want to make this metal sphere negatively charged, so you need to neutralize the positive charges present at the right end. So what you can do, for discharging these positive charges present at the right end, you need to make an earthing. So earthing के लिए आपने क्या किया student, you just take a wire and touch the wire to the metal sphere, touch the wire to the right end. यानी आपने वायर के एक हिस्से को उस जगह पे टच किया जहां पे आपके पॉजिटिव चार्जेस मौजूद हैं और वायर को आपने जमीन पे फेंक दिया. Now student, what happens, we all know that the electrons flows only. So electrons from the earth starts to flow into the metal sphere and combine with this positive charge, and after combining the positive charge with the electrons coming from the earth, the charges at the right end becomes neutralized. So what happens student, at the end there is only one charge remains which is negative. So सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपके पास लेफ्ट एंड पर नेगेटिव चार्ज जो है वो मौजूद रहेगा. अच्छा, अभी तक आपने पॉजिटिव चार्ज रॉड को रिमूव नहीं किया है, तो आपका जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है वो लेफ्ट एंड पर ही मौजूद है. अब स्टूडेंट लास्ट स्टेप में क्या होता है कि आप क्या करते हैं, अपनी पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड को हटा देते हैं. यानी अर्थिंग को रिमूव किया आपने, और अर्थिंग जब सारा का सारा पॉजिटिव चार्ज आपका क्या हो गया, न्यूट्रलाइज हो गया, तो आपने अर्थिंग को रिमूव कर दिया, यानी अर्थ वायर को रिमूव कर दिया, और ये जो पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड है आपने इसको भी हटा दिया. सो जैसे ही आपने पॉजिटिव चार्ज रॉड को हटाया तो होगा क्या कि ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं जो कि लेफ्ट एंड पर मौजूद थे, दीज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड थ्रू आउट द कंडक्टर. इस पूरे के पूरे मेटल स्फीयर पे क्या हो जाएंगे, ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो हैं वो स्प्रेड हो जाएंगे यूनिफॉर्मली, एंड एट द एंड दिस मेटल स्फीयर बिकम्स नेगेटिवली चार्ज. So student, how can we performing an induction when we are charging a single metal conductor? The first step is we just place a metal sphere or a conductor on an insulating stand, and the conductor is initially electrically neutral because the conductor has same number of electrons and positive charge, but these charges are mixed together. So what you can do, you want to make this metal conductor negatively charged. So for this purpose, first you need to separate out the charges. So इसके लिए आपने क्या किया, you just bring a positively charged rod near the metal sphere, and this positively charged rod is not in contact with the metal sphere because induction is a method in which there is no physical contact. So you just place a positively charged rod near the metal sphere, and we all know that like charges repel, unlike charges attract. So this positively charged rod attracts all the negative charge present inside the sphere to the left end and repels all the positive charge to the right end. अब स्टूडेंट हमें क्या करना है, हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा ये स्फीयर नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो. सो इसके लिए राइट एंड पर जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज मौजूद है हमें इसे न्यूट्रल करना होगा. सो फॉर न्यूट्रलाइजिंग द पॉजिटिव चार्ज प्रेजेंट ऑन द right end, we need to give or to provide earthing to the metal sphere place on an insulating stand. So earthing के लिए आपने क्या किया स्टूडेंट, आपने सिंपल जो है एक मेटल वायर को टच किया स्फीयर पे और उसे अर्थ पर फेंक दिया. So student, we all studied that the electrons are the only charges which flows. So होगा क्या कि अर्थ से जो है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मूव करके इस मेटल स्फीयर में आने लगेंगे थ्रू अ वायर. सही है, क्योंकि वायर ने अर्थ को और मेटल स्फीयर को कनेक्ट कर दिया. सो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स स्टार्ट टू फ्लो फ्रॉम अर्थ टू द मेटल वायर, और राइट एंड पर जितने भी पॉजिटिव चार्जेस मौजूद हैं उनके साथ ये नेगेटिव चार्जेस कंबाइन होकर न्यूट्रल कर देंगे उसे, एंड एट द एंड आपके पास सिर्फ और सिर्फ नेगेटिव चार्ज बचेगा जो कि लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट हुआ है. नाउ स्टूडेंट, व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू जस्ट रिमूव द अर्थिंग वायर, और उसके बाद आपने क्या किया, यू ऑल्सो रिमूव द पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड. जैसे ही आप पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड को रिमूव करेंगे, सो द नेगेटिव चार्ज प्रेजेंट एट द लेफ्ट एंड स्टार्ट्स टू स्प्रेड यूनिफॉर्मली ओवर द मेटल स्फीयर और इनसाइड द मेटल स्फीयर. यानी इनसाइड द मेटल स्फीयर आपके पास ये जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है जो कि लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट हुआ था वो क्या हो जाएगा, स्प्रेड हो जाएगा या रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड हो जाएगा. So at the end, the metal sphere becomes negatively charged. So student, this is how a conduction works when we are charging a single metal conductor. So students, this is a 4-step process. In the first step, you just place a positive charge rod near the metal sphere and the charges are separated out. And in the second step, you just provide the earthing just by touching your hand or by connecting a wire with the metal sphere and place the wire on the earth. So student, earthing is the way of neutralizing or discharging a charge. अर्थिंग के जरिए हम क्या करते हैं स्टूडेंट, हम चार्ज को न्यूट्रलाइज करते हैं। अर्थिंग जो है ये एक तरह का कह लें कि तरीका है आपकी चार्ज बॉडी को न्यूट्रल करने का। सो स्टूडेंट्स, आपने थर्ड स्टेप में क्या करना है, विद द रॉड स्टिल इन प्लेस, यानी आपने देखे रॉड को पहले रिमूव नहीं करना, पहले आपने अर्थ वायर को रिमूव करना है। क्योंकि देखें अगर आपने थर्ड स्टेप में अपनी रॉड को रिमूव कर दिया तो ये जो नेगेटिव चार्ज है जिसे रॉड ने लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट करके रखा है वो क्या हो जाएगा, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाएगा थ्रू आउट द मेटल स्फीयर। तो आपने क्या करना है, आपने पहले अर्थ वायर को रिमूव करना है, देन एट द एंड यू विल रिमूव द पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड। अच्छा स्टूडेंट, यही पूरा प्रोसेस आप रिपीट कर सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग द नेगेटिवली चार्ज रॉड। So if you are placing a negative charge rod near the metal sphere, so what happens? The positive charge shifts to the left end and the negative charge shifts to the right end. And when you provide the earth to the right end, so the negative charge flows from metal sphere to the earth. यानी नेगेटिव चार्ज जो है वो अर्थ से मेटल स्फीयर से अर्थ में चला जाएगा। सो एट द एंड आपके पास जो है पॉजिटिव चार्ज होगा जो कि लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट हुआ होगा। नाउ यू रिमूव द अर्थ वायर and you also remove the negatively charged rod. So what happened, the positive charge present at the left end starts to spread uniformly inside the metal sphere. So at last the metal sphere becomes positively charged. So आपको मैंने जो है एक तरीका बता दिया, you can if so मैंने जो पढ़ाया वो मैंने पढ़ाया कि मेटल स्फीयर को नेगेटिवली चार्ज करना है। सो आप इसी प्रोसेस को रिवर्स कर दें, यानी आप अपने पास नेगेटिवली चार्ज रॉड ले आए तो क्या होगा कि एट द एंड आपका मेटल स्फीयर जो होगा, द मेटल स्फीयर विल बिकम पॉजिटिवली चार्ज। So student, the important note which you all need to remember is that the metal sphere is placed on an insulating stand because the insulating stand is needed to prevent the electrons from flowing to the earth, because you want to stop the flow of an electron from metal sphere to the earth or from earth to the metal conductor during the charging process. So for preventing the flow of electron, we place a metal conductor on an insulating stand. Student, first we need to remove the hand or the earth wire. Then we remove the charge rod. If do it reversely, remove rod then hand, so होगा क्या कि इलेक्ट्रॉन जो कि आपके नेगेटिव यानी इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो कि लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट आउट हुए थे वो भी अर्थ के अंदर फ्लो कर जाएंगे स्टूडेंट्स। तो इसलिए पहले अर्थ वायर हटाते, then we will remove the rod. And the number of charge induced in conductor should be less or equal to the number of charge in the charging source. यानी आपके पास जो पॉजिटिवली चार्ज रॉड थी उसके मुकाबले में जो मेटल स्फीयर नेगेटिवली चार्ज हुआ है, so the number of negative charges induced or present inside the metal conductor is less than the number of positive charges present on the charging rod or source. And student, the charge induced in the conductor is always opposite to the charging source. As we studied in our case, the rod is positively charged, and at the end of the process, the metal sphere becomes negatively charged. If we take the negatively charged rod, then at the end of the process, the metal sphere becomes positively charged. So student, this is how an induction works when we are charging a single metal conductor. Now students, we need to study the second case, which is charging two metal conductors. Now students, in the first diagram, there are two metal spheres, metal A, sphere A and sphere B, and these two metal spheres are initially electrically neutral because they both have same number of electrons and positive charges, and these two metal spheres are placed on an insulating stand. Insulating stand पर place हुआ हुआ है in order to prevent the flow of electron from sphere to the earth and from earth to the sphere. So these two metal sphere A and B placing on an insulating stand are in contact with each other, एक दूसरे के साथ कांटेक्ट में है. नाउ व्हाट यू कैन डू स्टूडेंट, यू जस्ट brought a negatively charged rod near the metal sphere A. So what happens student, we all know that unlike charges attracts each other. So this negatively charged rod attracts all the positive charge present in metal sphere A and B to the left end. यानी सारा का सारा मेटल स्फीयर बी और ए का पॉजिटिव चार्ज जो है अट्रैक्ट करके एंड अपने करीब वाले एंड पर ले आएगी, यानी लेफ्ट एंड पर सेपरेट कर दिया इस नेगेटिवली चार्ज रॉड ने. एंड ऑल्सो रिपेल all the negative charge present in metal sphere A and B at the right end. Now students, what you can do, you just place the rod in the same position and you need to break the contact between these two metal sphere by moving metal sphere B away from the metal sphere A. यानी आपने क्या किया, जब आपका चार्ज सेपरेट आउट हो गया, सो उसके बाद आपने क्या किया, you just start moving metal sphere B towards the right hand side. यानी आपने ये जो कांटेक्ट है ना, थर्ड स्टेप में इस कांटेक्ट को ब्रेक कर दिया स्टूडेंट्स. नाउ एट द एंड you also remove the negatively charged rod. So there are positive charges on metal sphere A. So these positive charges redistributed and the metal sphere A becomes positively charged and the metal sphere B has an excess of negative charge. So these negative charges redistributed in metal sphere B and the metal sphere B becomes negatively charged. So student, this is how induction works when we are charging two metal conductors.
So students, this is the end of the first part of the video of the topic electrostatics, and in this first part we covered some most important subtopics. So now inshallah, in the next part of this video I will again discuss more subtopics related to this chapter. But for now on, thank you for attending my lecture or for watching my video, and kindly share this video with your friends and subscribe to my channel. I hope inshallah this video will help you a lot in developing a clear understanding about the basics of the electrostatics or electric or static electricity. So thank you once again. Allah Hafiz.